I'm Lisa, and you're with Velo Dulce, the show where we talk women, cycling, and life. Velo Dulce is from the Italian phrase La vita dolce, which means the good life. These are stories from women around the world on finding the good life through life on a bicycle. Hey everybody, welcome to today's show. I am super excited. The reason is that I feel like I am speaking to a legend who just recently won the Titan Desert Race. My guest today is Tessa. Just tell us how you pronounce your surname.
Kortekaas.
Kortekaas.
Not easy for most of the people who are not living in Holland, but
Cool.
yeah.
Okay.
But don't worry, I accept every pronouncement.
Cool. So Tessa is a phenomenal human, as all my guests are on the show. She grew up in a small village near the west coast of the Netherlands. She started sport at a very young age. She started swimming, but at the age of 11, discovered the road bike and traded her swimsuit for a road bike. 2 years later, she won the National Youth Championships and put on the Dutch jersey. She also started skating at a very early age and competed until her 18th birthday, but was unfortunately struck by Pfeiffer's disease. In early 2016, she joined a triathlon club. Not only did she just join, but she podiumed. Long story short, she took it all the way to Ironman. She won her age group at Ironman Netherlands. She qualified for Ironman Hawaii, Kona, for those of you who are triathletes and listen, and became world champion in her age group 30 to 34. She turned pro in 2019 at Ironman South Africa, my home country. That same year, she had a great debut and came sixth in a strong field of pros. And since then, she's had a string of victories, and that's not even why I'm talking to her today. I'm talking to Tessa today because I really wanted to find out more about her recent victory in the Titan Desert Race. Welcome, Tessa.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
That's quite a CV that you have there. Yeah, it's amazing to chat to you. Where to even start? Before we even get to the Titan, how did you get from triathlon to mountain bike?
It actually started because since I've turned pro in triathlon, I've been putting a lot of pressure on myself. And as your introduction says, I was used to win a lot since I'm doing sports and since I'm young. And like when I started with triathlon, this all continued in the same way. Then I turned pro and I won in the first year I turned pro, I won Ironman Malaysia. So I started to think like winning is normal, and even I'm just like a rookie in triathlon, I can win as well on highest level. So since then, since Ironman Malaysia, I started to put a lot of pressure on myself. Plus, the year of COVID didn't make it easy. I struggled a lot to just take it easy while there were not even races. So I kept pushing myself also because of the uncertain times, like races got postponed every time, but you were thinking all the time, like you were all the time with the hope that the races should go on. So you wanted to keep like a certain fitness. So because of the pressure I put on myself, I was struggling with stomach problems. And first of all, I was thinking about nutrition, and I tested many things and we couldn't really find out what was the problem. And then in the end, we concluded that it was because of stress. That, yeah, the stress was the problem of my stomach problems that just came up in races, because even though I was training hard and trying nutrition, I never ever had problems in training, only in racing. Yeah, in the end, because of the stomach problems, I only had bad results. And of course, my motivation went down until a moment I felt like I had a burnout and I needed some rest from triathlon. Actually, last year, at the end of the year, like when off season starts, I made a plan to just start the next season with doing mountain biking, which I used to do just for fun in my free time or when I don't have races. And so I decided to start the season with mountain bike races, and then later on in the year to get back into triathlon. But then I started racing mountain biking and things got better and better. And now I actually forgot all about what is triathlon.
That's amazing. And not only do you go into mountain biking, but you go on to win what I consider possibly the hardest mountain bike race in the world. Yeah. Talk us, I've had Vera on the show, Vera Lusa.
Yeah.
My fellow African colleague, and she spoke about how tough the race is. So I'd love to hear about it from your perspective.
Yeah, if it's the toughest in the world, I cannot say because I don't have many experience yet in other races. But yeah, it is tough, especially because of the conditions, like the course itself. I can imagine races like Cape Epic, the courses there will be harder because there's more elevation. But the conditions of Morocco, that's what makes the race very tough. This year, the temperatures were rising until 45 degrees in the afternoon, which during the race, for me, it's fine. I didn't felt like it was affecting me a lot because I'm living on Lanzarote, so I'm used to the heat quite good. But the thing is, later on in the afternoon, when you need your rest, even in the shadow, it's like 40 degrees. So it's totally different to when you're in a stage race and you finish the stage and you go to your hotel room.
Absolutely.
And you have your rest. In this case, we sleep in jaimas, in big tents, and you don't want to be in there. It's like a sauna. So you just find your space in the shadow and try to rest as much as possible, drink a lot, eat well, and the next day you have to be ready again.
Yeah. For those of you who are not familiar, the Desert Titan is a 6-day multi-stage mountain bike race held annually in Morocco. Started in 2006, goes through the Moroccan desert and Atlas Mountains and Sahara Desert. Just do yourself a favor, and if you are not familiar with it, check out some pics or some YouTube video footage. You will literally be blown away on
Yeah,
the
videos and
severity.
photos are very nice to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, how did it match to your expectations? Did you expect it to be tough and it was, or did you expect it to be a lot tougher?
Actually, I didn't know what to expect, that it was going to be tough. That was for sure. I was just telling to myself, like, Tess, you don't have any experience, but that's only good. You don't know how
You
tough it's
don't know
going
what
to
you
be.
don't know.
You don't know what's waiting for you. Better just don't think about it and just do your thing. Like, the good thing in my case is stage races for me because I can hold a lot of fatigue, and usually during stage races, by every day I'm feeling better. But I remember the first day being there in the desert, I was thinking, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Sorry.
I was gonna say, no, say it like it
Like
is.
the heat and like your tent, it's so hot. And I was like, okay, but if I'm used to the heat and I'm suffering already right now, I don't know how I ever going to survive 6 days in the middle of the desert. But then it's like the adaptation, it goes quite fast. And yeah, actually every day I slept better, I could eat better. So you notice, you probably because I'm used to the heat, I was adapting quite fast. And apart from the conditions, I think what really helps is that you are with many people together, like living the same dream.
And
Of
nightmare
course, a nightmare some moments, yeah, but of course you're suffering. But
for a purpose.
it's so nice being out there with everyone. Like, you're at this moment, you're in this small world and the rest doesn't exist, and we all have the same goal, and we all are suffering during the race, but then afterwards it's like fun. You have a chat with everyone, you eat together, you rest together, and that's also what makes it like easier to handle, because it's for everyone the same, and you all have the same goal to get to the finish line of that last
Right.
stage.
What was highlight for us your best and worst moment of the race? I imagine outside of winning.
Yeah. The first stage for me was the hardest because I need some time to get in my rhythm. Plus, we had the travel day before and we were on altitude. So I suffered, yeah, I suffered quite a lot on the first day. But what actually was my worst moment in those 6 stages was stage 4, where I lost contact with a group, and it was the longest stage, and I was for about 5 hours in the desert alone.
Wow,
Yeah, so mentally that was quite
that's
tough.
tough.
Feeling on some parts that I was losing time, but during the race you don't have any
You don't
clue
know.
where you are, if you are losing time or winning time. But I lost contact with the group and I was looking behind in the middle of nowhere and I didn't saw anyone coming. So yeah, I didn't want to wait for another group because I would lost more time. Plus, my legs were fine. Like, I wanted to push. You are wasting a lot of
Sure,
energy being alone because you don't have
sure.
any
No
wheel to
drafting.
follow. Yeah, but during the stage, I felt stronger and stronger. On the finish line, this stage I became third. On the finish line, they told me that on one moment I was like 11, 12 minutes behind, and I closed the gap until 4.5 minutes.
Wow,
So that also gave me a lot of strength for the following days, knowing that
sure.
I was probably feeling stronger and the other girls maybe a bit weaker. And the biggest glory was stage 5. It was incredible. I was just flying and I could keep up with the guys in front. I finished ninth in general with the guys in this stage.
Amazing.
And it was like a little history record. There wasn't any woman before being that fast in Titan Desert. So that was, plus this day I took the lead in the general classification.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
it was incredible.
So are you still on a high after your victory?
Yeah, I am.
Uh,
Like, I couldn't find the words after the race, of course,
sure.
and I thought, like, I wanted to post something on Instagram, so I just post the best pictures with the words that I'm speechless and thanks to the team, and knowing that like the race story would come up in my mind, but you will find the words, and I've been trying, but I
It's still
still I
settling.
still can't.
It's still
Yeah,
settling. Yeah.
yeah.
Amazing. It's an incredible victory. And yeah, I have a friend actually, and she races triathlon, and she did one of the triathlons that you did. And she did extremely. I think she won in her age group, but she was saying she was still like an hour behind you. And
Okay.
I was
You
like,
don't know it. You remember which race? Where it was?
It's in Spain, in Vigo. Vigo? Is it in
Was it
Vigo?
Ironman brand or another brand? I can.
It's not Ironman. Oh, it's the Ironman brand. It was
It's
the
Ironman
Ironman.
brand.
Yeah, I can't remember, but she was telling me all about how strong you were. And I was like, I was thinking about it, and I was thinking about the Titan Desert Race, and I was thinking I've been riding a long time, rode a mountain bike, but I'm not a competitor. I ride
Uh-huh.
for the pure joy. And I was thinking I would never even dare to enter that. But I was thinking, like, what is your advice for us mere mortals who ride bicycles and can't visualize ourselves? And this is for all the women listening. Like, how do you put yourself in that place where you're like, I can do this?
I'm sure the most important thing is you enjoy. When I started triathlon, I was enjoying a lot, also because I won races and it's my mentality. If I race, I want to win. But I also enjoyed the process. I enjoyed training every day. I never woke up with the feeling like,
Yeah,
today I want to stay in
don't
bed and just
right.
I can miss this ride or I can miss this run. No, I was motivated every day because I was enjoying. And of course, on professional level, you arrive to a moment that things are getting tough and it's getting like a job. You will have days you are with a lot of fatigue, but you need to get out and do your training, which is fine. It's part of the job. But then if the results don't come, it's difficult to keep feeling that pleasure. And that's the moment where you need to do one step back. And now for me in mountain biking, it happens the same. I'm enjoying because I'm learning to get rid of being a squarehead and thinking my training plan is a holy thing. If I have to push these watts, I need to do it because otherwise things are going wrong. And that's with mountain biking what I learned to let go of and just do the things by feeling. And if I feel well, I push a bit more. If I don't feel well, then that's it for the day. So I'm learning to keep enjoying the process, even though things are getting tough.
Yeah,
And like it's in case of professionals, things are getting tough, but in case of like normal people or people who have their job, have their family, in the end, for them it's tough as well. Because if you want to do an event, an Ironman or any mountain bike race, you need to get your training done. But yeah, I think we need to learn to not be too hard on ourselves and enjoy every step of the process.
that's great. That's great advice, actually. Last year, I was diagnosed with arthritis in my knee, and I was riding really strong last year. And then I had to take a break, and I started coming back this year. And I just decided, you know what, I want to ride my mountain bike, and I have just been
Hmm.
loving it so much.
Yeah.
So I can totally relate to what you're saying.
Yeah,
Um,
and you need to enjoy the little things and be grateful that even though things might not go how you want it or are not perfect, we need to be grateful that we can ride a bike or
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. My bicycles are my greatest blessing. So let's step back a little bit and go to Pfeiffer's disease. What happened? Just talk us a little bit through that, and how did you come back post that setback?
It was a virus in my blood,
Right.
and actually that made me very tired. So I had to quit everything. I felt very weak. Even study, I had to do a lot at home because I was too tired to go to school. That virus was, it took me about a year, and then I could slowly get back into training. And of course, in the beginning, I was very motivated to get back into it and to fight to come back to the level I had before, which was national, high level in the Netherlands. And actually, I was fighting for 3 years to get back on my level, and the results just didn't come. And I was in cycling, I was just one of many, and that was not enough for me. Like, I wanted to be in front of the peloton, and I wanted to fight to win. So many times I came home crying just because my body didn't want to. My mind wanted to, but also your mind has a limit. So I remember very well, one day I got back home crying again, and I said to my parents, "This is it, I'm going to quit." And I remember they said, "Oh, Jesus, finally." Like, they've seen me struggling for a long time, and they were happy that I finally decided to quit, because people give you advices and tell you, listen, this is not okay, you just need to take it easy, but you don't want to listen to them. All you want is being back in that shape you were before. So the following day I took my bike and I went for an easy ride, and I felt like a freedom, like space in my head, like I was practicing sport instead of training.
Right.
So then actually I kept on cycling and running just for fun. I did some those in Spain we call it cicloturistas.
Oh, okay. Fun cycle races.
Yeah,
It's not even a
not like
race.
a race, but
Yeah,
it's like a
yeah.
cycling event. Yeah, which I enjoyed a lot. And yeah, actually, after, I don't remember exactly, about 4 years or so, that I felt like I I needed another goal, another challenge to push myself, but something individual. Not thinking about racing or being professional or whatever, just have a reason to train and to improve yourself. And so I actually got into triathlon.
Amazing. Amazing. So it sounds like every time you like push to the edge and then you're like, wait, I'm not enjoying this, or it's time for a re-strategize, and then you
Yeah,
come back.
we learn a lot.
We
We
do.
learn a lot in life.
We do. We do. Okay, so I think you've told us, but what would you say your superpower is?
I think I got it a bit from my parents. My superpower, I always have the feeling that when I enjoy what I do, my mind is clean and free, and that's the moment I perform on my best. And I think because I'm doing sports since I'm young, always with the mentality to win and to fight, I always have, like, when I'm suffering, there's like something in my head saying, yeah, but everyone is suffering now. You just need to hold on a bit, and it's not going to take long until you can rest. Like, you're here now, and right now is the only moment you can give it all. Once you pass the finish line, it's done. You cannot go back and do it over again. So it doesn't matter what happened, but you need to give all. And yeah, I think a mental strength that
Yeah,
always pushes me a bit further.
that's amazing advice. I always think we're a lot more resilient than we think we are. And I think what happens a lot of the time in our heads is just this, like, I can't. But I think that almost like embracing of, okay, I'm here now. And there's a beautiful South African word, I'm sure you know it from Dutch, It's called fuss bait.
Yeah.
It's basically like fuss
Yeah.
bait. Like
Yeah.
this is the moment.
Yeah. In the end, that's it. In the end, it's all in your mind. Of course, there is a moment your legs cannot anymore, but we can do more than we think.
And I feel like that's true for a lot of spaces in life.
True.
And I love that sport is like the ultimate life metaphor. Yeah. So that's super, super cool. Why out of interest did you say it comes from your parents?
I've got 3 brothers and 1 sister. And since we are young, we didn't want to know anything about going out for party, or we were just all into sports. My parents as well. So they teach us many things, the good things in sport or the good things that can sports bring you. And the father of my mom, he was a famous speed skating coach in the Netherlands.
I read about that. Yes.
Yeah, it's in the
It's in the blood.
Yeah, it's in the blood.
I love that. I love that. I can relate anytime. You know how it is living in Spain. It's lots of fiestas, but I'm always like,
exactly.
No, I want to go to sleep.
No, when they go to dinner, we want to go to bed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm still not used to dinner at 10 p.m. But anyway,
Me neither. But I've got many friends who do cycling or triathlon who are Spanish, and they are actually the same. They say as well, I don't dinner at 9 or 10 because I want to be in bed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I have in my cycling group, for all my blessings, I have friends who are like 25 who go out and then arrive for cycling the next day and kick my ass.
Yeah, but that's only going to take maybe 5 years more, and
exactly,
they will start to complain as well that they are tired and things hurt and they are getting old.
Exactly. I want to go back to Titan quickly. How has that changed anything for you? Has it opened a new idea for you? Has it brought you new? I'm sure it's brought you new internal perspective, but like on the way forward, has anything changed?
Yeah, like when they asked me to race Titan Desert, which was in January, I thought if I'm going to do this race, I need to forget about running and swimming. Swimming I still do, but just to recover.
Right.
Which means that after Titan Desert, I can't be very quick going back into triathlon. But this also gave me more rest mentally to just focus on Titan Desert. And then I thought I will see what happens. I don't want to make any plans. I just go with the flow, because even this going to Titan Desert, I never expected. But yeah, of course, what I knew was that if I would have good results in Titan Desert, doors would go open into mountain bike world. And so yeah, that did happen. There are a few teams interested, and that's where we are now talking. And just I wanted to give it time. I don't want to make any decision being in a hurry. I just want to enjoy the moment and make the best out of it. But yeah, definitely it's going to change things, and it has given me a lot, a lot of positive things.
New perspective. So we may see you down south in Africa at some stage.
Cape Epic is on my bucket list, of course. Yeah.
Great. And you're off to a race tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Sunday, which is the
Spanish Championship cross-country marathon.
Oh, amazing. Where is it?
It's in Badajoz.
Okay. I would love to.
Well, it's in a very small village close to Badajoz in Extremadura.
I would love to actually come and watch a race like that. So maybe I will see you at one of the races.
Yeah, there are many races in Spain, so
There are.
we might catch up one day and we can do a real coffee ride before or after the race.
It will be your coffee ride and my diet pace ride. It'll be good. I look forward to it. Quickly before we end, who is Tessa outside of sport?
You mean my job and all this?
Yeah.
There's not very much outside of sports in my life. I work as a massage therapist in a sports center here on Lanzarote. And of course, I love to be with friends, going out for a hike or to the beach.
Are
Have
you
a
like
nice.
are you like
Ah,
Lanzarote's like local queen? Are they all super proud of you?
yeah, they are. Like many people who have been following the race, the Titan Desert. And I had loads of messages. And yeah, now it's not like I'm famous, but now it happens that I will be in the sports center, or like last week we had a local race and they want to make a picture and those things.
That's super cool.
But it's nice, and like we have a group of young talented kids doing triathlon, and like they are, like I make them motivated to, they learn from me how I do my thing, how I live like a professional. And because of course kids, when they are talented and they are still on school, but they need to train like every day after school, plus homeworks they need to make. You see them struggling sometimes mentally when they are tired. And yeah, I try to show them and learn them that it's worth to keep doing what you like, and having results like this, it helps to for them to keep pushing as well, and to have an example close by where they can learn from.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I want to thank you for your humility and your grace and just being so open. And with your permission, I want to end off with, what is your message to other women wanting to get into the sport? What is your message to women who are in the sport, who want to do better? Or even, we have a lot of women who listen to the show who are not even in the sport, but listen to the podcast for the advice. What is your advice?
I think we all struggle sometimes when we have a little low, or when we've been ill, or personal things has happened that made it that we haven't been out on the bike, or we haven't been doing sports for a long time. It's always, to me it happens when after off season. That's why I don't want to stop in off season. I try to keep going, because it's hard to get back into it. It's hard to get back in your rhythm, to find the flow. But this only takes maybe 2, maybe 3 weeks, and then you will have the flow, and you get that reminder that it makes you happy to be out on the bike, or to do whatever sports you like. So at this moment, I want to tell the people that you need this extra mental push,
Yeah.
to keep going in the beginning, until you find this feeling again that you are happy and you don't have to think about going out on the bike or going out to do sports, because it's getting again part of your routine.
Yes.
And somewhere, somehow, it's making you happy and it's making you feeling better.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't forget that this will come back, even if you are struggling in the beginning.
Absolutely. And I think 9.9 times out of 10, you go out, you don't want to go out, and then you always come back feeling great.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's great advice. Thank you. I want to wish you every success It's
Thank
been
you very much.
amazing and very inspiring to hear your story.
Thank you for inviting me. It was nice to chat with you.
I hope you have been as inspired as I have on today's episode of Velo Dulce. Please share with a friend, rate on iTunes, and most importantly, get on your bicycle, grab a friend, drink some coffee, and here is to living Velo Dulce.